We are officially in trade season in the NBA. During the offseason, we have some teams making some moves that also involve some draft capital. Starting off with the Memphis Grizzlies, they have traded away their big man, Jonas Valenciunas, to the New Orleans Saints in exchange for Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe. Now, as mentioned, there are some picks being involved with the Memphis Grizzlies. They are giving away their 17th overall pick and the 51st overall pick of this year to the New Orleans Pelicans in exchange for the 10th overall pick, along with the 40th overall pick. The Pelicans are also giving away a top 10 protected pick via the LA Lakers to the Memphis Grizzlies as well. For the Pelicans, this was a disaster. They only had Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe on the team for just 1 year before they eventually move on from both players. And for Steven Adams, this will be his third time that he is getting traded over the past 3 years, lasting from OKC, then on to the New Orleans Pelicans, and now going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Whereas for Eric Bledsoe, he is not expected to last with the Grizzlies. At some point, he will be traded or eventually agree to a buyout with the team, since they already have strong depth at the point guard position led by Ja Morant. And the reason why as to New Orleans made this trade is because they want to create salary cap for August that allows them to either go for a guy like Lonzo Ball, as he's currently a restricted free agent, or go for another top-tier point guard like Kyle Lowry. On top of that, both Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams do not provide much spacing for guys like Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. Adding in a guy like Jonas Valanciunas, he will dominate the paint, but he is capable of spreading the floor, unlike Steven Adams. And Eric Bledsoe does not provide much spacing either. So getting in a guy like Valenciunas will help at least somewhat solve the issue compared to Adams. And initially, with the 10th overall pick, the Pelicans were looking for a guy that can spread the floor, a guy like Corey Kispert out of Gonzaga, but the consensus board viewed him as a more mid-round pick. So with the 17th overall pick, they have a much better shot at still getting Corey Kispert, while adding in some value, including Jonas Valanciunas. Now, one of the reasons as to why the Memphis Grizzlies have moved on from Jonas Valanciunas has to deal with salary cap. They have some space to work with as of right now, but eventually they have to get a deal done between Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant down the road. And a guy like Jonas Valanciunas, who's eligible for a contract extension, they do not believe that they will be able to get it done, along with the two young talented players. So they eventually moved on from the former 5th overall pick out of Lithuania. As of right now, Valenciunas is eligible for a 2-year, $30 million extension after the trade, and once 6 months go by following the trade, he will be eligible for a $75 million extension over the next 4 years. That's all for now, you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with others, as I'll see you guys next time.